Okay, let's just unpack this. If you feel like you are, I don't know, sleepwalking through your life, just hitting the snooze button on your dreams and always wondering, wait, where did the last 5 years go? Then this deep dive right here, this is your wake-up call.
That's certainly an aggressive start. I do appreciate the high stakes, though.
Because the mission today is, it's massive. We are not here to talk about minor tweaks. We are cracking open the future vision system created by this guy, Daron to figure out if it's the real deal. You know, an actionable hard work blueprint for total transformation, or just another round of self-help fluff.
And that really is the core question, isn't it? I'm looking at our source material, the future vision methods, excerpts from the Miracle of Freedom, biographies, and I see the hype. U.S. Air Force vet, black belt, overcame a speech impediment, flunked college. It's a great comeback story. But why should anyone believe his system is different? Is this just more feel-good affirmations that, fade after a week? Tell me why this process works where so many others fail.
I'm so glad you asked that. Because the first thing you need to hear, and this is key message number 1, throw your self-help books in the trash.
Okay, that's a bold claim. You've definitely got my attention now.
This is not about feeling good. It's about transformation. This is a boot camp for your soul. And the difference is this brutal reality check that Daron Powers demands right up front. Key message number 2, no one can do your push-ups for you or take your vitamins for you.
Right, it's an inside job.
It's an inside job. He provides the map, the coaching. He's like the Yoda figure in all this. But you, the listener, you have to put in the work. Consistent, even if it's small. We're talking like 5 to 10 minutes a day. If you're not going to do the work, he literally says, don't buy the book.
And that framing, that right there sets it apart. It moves away from just passive wishing and into active self-discovery. If you look at the system's foundation, the sources say the average person is living in a state of chaos.
Yep.
Confusion, stress, self-doubt. The future vision system, it aims for the exact opposite. Mental focus, a positive direction, and life mastery.
That journey from chaos to coherence is the entire point. And the system breaks it down. It's not this one giant leap. It's 3 manageable pillars with 6 crucial steps inside them.
Right, and those pillars are direction, mindset, and environment.
Exactly. Direction is step 1. Then mindset, that's the heavy lifting, steps 2 through 5. And environment is the anchor, that's step 6. And the very first thing we have to get is that the chaos is often, self-imposed. We just don't see it.
Well, Powers' research found that 98% of people do significantly better when they get their thoughts and goals on paper. When it's all just spinning around in your head, it's just way too easy to lie to yourself about what you want or where you are. Getting it out there forces clarity. It forces honesty.
And without that clarity, you fall right into the nightmare scenario. Key message number 4, the drift. Without a clear written vision, 98% of your day just becomes a repeat performance of yesterday, or last week, or last year. This is what we're calling zombie mode.
Zombie mode. I like that. It's just habitually going through the motions, right? You're just reacting to life instead of creating it by design. You're a passenger, not the driver.
And if you want to escape zombie mode, you need the instruction manuals. So this is key message number 3. The manuals for escaping a boring life are the books we're talking about. Future Vision. 6 steps to harness your power and the miracle of freedom. They are your map and your compass out of the drift.
So we start with direction. Step 1. The sources really emphasize that the brain is, it's teleological. It's built to be a target-seeking missile. But if you don't give it a target, it just defaults. It defaults to seeking comfort and repetition, and that's the drift.
So how do you give it a target that it actually, cares about, something that pulls you forward?
That's the dream list exercise. It's designed to interrupt that trance society puts on adults that says, be realistic. Stay in your lane. You have to mentally step outside your comfort zone. And that's why people find it scary. You're forced to imagine a life far beyond your current situation.
So the fear isn't really a failure, it's more of success? Or maybe just the work it'll take to get there?
Often it's just the fear of the unknown. But the point is to get beyond your own limits. The source material has this incredible story about John Goddard. At 15 years old, he wasn't from a wealthy family. He's sitting in their mobile home. He creates a list of 127 life goals. He had no idea how he would do them, but the focus, the direction, that was the key, not his age or his bank account.
Okay, so that sets the direction. But the moment you commit to that big, scary goal, that's when resistance shows up. You hit what the system calls the terror barrier. That's the boss level in the game of your own life. You're trying to change your operating system, and all your internal defenses just, they freak out.
Precisely. Setting the direction only reveals the internal roadblocks. And this moves us into the second pillar, which is the most challenging one, mindset. This covers steps 2 through 5. This is where we have to identify and neutralize the beliefs and fears that are running the show.
This is where we stop just like wishing and start actually transforming.
Exactly. Step 2 is that painful but necessary self-assessment. The sources point out that people have these powerful unconscious beliefs that actively sabotage their goals. It's like trying to drive a car forward with one foot slammed on the brake.
Give me that example again. I think our listener really needs to hear that one because the self-sabotage is so real.
Sure. There was a client who wanted wealth and recognition, but she kept failing to close these huge deals. When she finally dug in, she realized she had this unconscious belief tied to her dad's approval. Her father was deeply mistrustful of wealthy people, so her subconscious was literally protecting her from success, because succeeding would mean, on some level, disappointing her father.
Wow, her deepest need for approval was literally fighting her desire for wealth. So okay, you find the saboteur. What's the weapon Powers gives you to defeat that boss-level resistance?
We move to step 3, the heavy artillery, the emotional freedom technique, or EFT.
Okay, hold on. For anyone who's never seen this, it can look a little strange. You're gently tapping on points on your body. If it's that simple, why do people spend years and years in therapy? Where's the hard work in that?
That is a critical point. EFT is a tool to neutralize the immediate emotional charge, the fear. The hard work is the consistency, the self-assessment, the application. As for how it works, Powers uses some accessible neuroscience. When we feel fear, our primitive or reptilian brain, specifically the amygdala, it just floods your system with cortisol. It locks you in fight or flight.
So your brain is basically screaming, change is danger.
Yes. And EFT, by stimulating these meridian points, think of it like emotional acupuncture. It sends a calming signal straight to the amygdala. It reduces that immediate cortisol response. It quickly diminishes the intensity of the fear. It helps free that stuck energy so your brain can actually accept new information.
So once the internal terror alarm is turned down with EFT, we can finally inject the new programming. This gets us into steps 4 and 5, crafting and imprinting new beliefs.
Precisely. And the affirmations in the system aren't just generic, I am successful statements. They have to be specific, tailored, written out, and often crafted as the direct opposite of the limiting belief you just worked on.
And this is where modern tech becomes our best friend.
The smartphone voice recorder. It's an innovation in this space. You record these mini advertisements for your new self. The key is recording them in 2 voices. First person, I am, and third person, you, your name are.
But why both? Why first and third person? Is that just to mix it up?
It's strategic. Your subconscious is most receptive when you're just waking up or just falling asleep. That's the hypnagogic state. When it hears the affirmation in the third person, it registers it as if it's coming from an external authority, a coach, a mentor. It bypasses that critical, skeptical part of your brain that always wants to argue with you.
So you're basically tricking your own inner critic.
Yeah.
You're convincing that cynical part of your brain that the new reality is safe and true, just through repetition, the nailing down, as Daron calls it.
That consistent, tailored repetition is the push-up. That's the daily work.
Okay, so we've got direction, step 1. We've tackled the mindset, steps 2 to 5. But you can set your course, fix your internal compass, and still crash if you launch into a toxic storm. Which brings us to the final key, environment, step 6.
Environment is absolutely crucial. The science of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to grow and adapt at any age, tells us the brain needs 3 things: direction, a positive mindset, and an enriched environment. This is about controlling your domain, the people, places, and media you let into your life.
So this means we have to stop blaming the world and start controlling our own little corner of it. What are some of those key shifts?
First, establish sacred morning rituals. Prayer, meditation, journaling, whatever works. You set the tone for the day before the world does. Second, ruthlessly curate your social circle. Be around people who lift you up. Avoid the anchors.
You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's ancient wisdom, but the new science backs it up.
And third, and this is critical, monitor your media. The sources explicitly warn against media, especially social media, that's engineered to be addictive. It shortens your attention span. It increases anxiety. You have to control the inputs.
So it's not about moving mountains overnight. It's about these little micro adjustments that all reinforce the new mindset you just fought so hard to build.
Exactly. The 6 steps are a system. They provide clarity from direction, They address limitations with the mindset work, and they build support through the environment. It's a whole structure.
And it's not just theory. I keep coming back to the source material on Daron's personal crisis after the 2008 crash. This system wasn't cooked up in some comfortable office. It was battle-tested when he was about to lose everything.
The stakes were astronomical for him. He was facing foreclosure, dealing with anxiety and physical stress he compared to PTSD, all while fighting a major bank for 6 grueling years.
That is the ultimate proof of work right there. He was using his own mindset tools every single day just to function, just to research legal briefs and fight the bank until he won.
He did the work because, as he says, no one is immune to problems. The system is the guide, but the effort is non-negotiable. He proved it could be done under fire.
And that, right there, is the thought we need to leave you, the listener, with. Daron Powers provides the map, the system, the coaching. But you have to build the bridge.
And here's the core truth from the Miracle of Freedom. The bridge between knowing and living is built one step at a time, and those steps don't take themselves.
We've broken it all down. The 6 steps. Direction, finding your limitations, using EFT to transform them, crafting new beliefs, and managing your environment. You now know the structure to stop drifting, to end zombie mode.
So the challenge we have for you is this. If your current life is the result of all your past beliefs, what is one new belief, even one that feels totally impossible right now, that you are willing to write down and test for the next 30 days? Remember, you are the writer, producer, director, and the actor in the game of your life.
So are you ready to engage? The map is waiting. The bridge won't build itself. You need to go to futurevisionpower.com to start your journey. To clarity, to confidence, to success. Stop waiting for a crisis to force you to get serious. The first step is the hardest one. Take it now.